Hello once again, it's Mr. Pete, and boy am I excited today. I've got a great video for you, and it's all about accessories for the UNIMAT lathe. So I've had several videos so far, and I hope you've watched them all. But the beautiful little UNIMAT was sent to me by Bill Kirkland from Ottawa, Canada, and it's pretty well equipped, but there are a few things that were lacking. So of all things, I get an email out of the clear blue sky from Mr. Steve Lang, and he's in New Jersey. And thank you so much, Steve, for supporting my channel. But this is his channel, so check that out. And I'll give you some more information on that in a little bit. But Steve's watched the video and he said, "Hey, I noticed you need a 4-jaw chuck. Are you interested? I have an extra one." I said, "Well, heck yeah." Well, in the end, he sent me 7 or 8 different items here, which I'm going to show you in detail, because quite a few accessories came from Canada, but there were some things that were missing, and boy, we've got a nice selection of accessories here, and you'll be seeing these in future videos. So let's have a close-up now of what these items look like. And I tell you what, Steve really knows how to pack. So this came from New Jersey, and he's got about $5 worth of bubble wrap. Everything was packed so tight it couldn't move around in the box, and it just survived the 1,000-mile trip from New Jersey quite nicely. All right, let's zero in. Steve sent along a couple of his business cards, so there is his address and his name and his Instagram and YouTube and all of that stuff, so you can check him out if you want. I know I'm going to, and I have already subscribed, and I hope that you do. And on the back of the business card is his QR code, which will take you directly to a video of his about the use and care of precision ground stone. So check that out, and I'll put another copy of this at the end of this video as a still picture if you want to do that. Okay, here are the items that he sent me. Isn't this amazing? And initially, this is what he said he would send, a 4-jaw chuck, which looks like it's never been used, really. Look at the paint inside of there, and it came complete, of course, with a chuck key, and these jaws are reversible. It's absolutely perfect condition with no corrosion, rust, or anything like that. Look at that cute little key. And that, of course, will fit right on the spindle of the UNIMAT. Also included is a little faceplate. Now this is made of steel, in perfect shape, by the way. Well, I already had one, but this is made of aluminum and is just slightly bigger, so they're not exactly the same, so it's nice to have one of each. I'm thinking maybe this is an older one made out of steel, and then they cheapened it at some point and made it out of aluminum. I'm really happy to get this little cast iron vise, and this will set right on the top of the cross slide for drilling and milling. Also looks like it's never been used. Opens and closes just fine. And being made out of cast iron, it feels heavy for as small as it is. You know, this is just a tiny little milling vise or drilling vise. Matter of fact, it's what, 1.5 inches? Actually, it's probably in metric and millimeters. Cute. Thank you, Steve. By the way, all these threads that fit the UNIMAT are M12 by 1. So they're all the same. And he also gave me this little collet chuck with the same thread, unused. And I think that uses a 16 collet, I believe is what it is. And there's only one of them, and it's 1/4 inch. I think these are kind of hard to find. Okay, this is really neat. It's a tiny little dividing head, indexing head. It's not quite 3 inches in diameter. It's got T-slots, some threaded holes here, and it can be mounted either flat like that or at 90 degrees. And of course the purpose of this is to divide or index your work. So we got a little plunger here. Can be moved from one little notch to the other. Now this was available with more than one, I'm going to call it a gear. Can you see that in there or not? See the teeth? Yeah, there. The teeth. I have to count them. I have not done that yet, but I think it's a 40. So that's awesome, and you'll see more of this later on. I think this is probably pretty rare, and I believe this screw here is simply to lock it because we got just a little bit of play, not very much. Very intricate. And in the cup here, we've got a couple more centers. Headstock and tailstock, a couple of these screws. Remember, I had to make some of these nuts in a recent video. It's quite a job, so I'm glad to get a hold of those. Those are in metric. And then this is just a standard lantern type tool post, which I did not have. And I'll show you how that works. We just slide off the regular tool block. And it goes in like that. Now I don't know if I need a rocker or a wedge or a ring. I'll have to look through the document, the instructions. Again, looks unused. Now, in addition to all of the accessories here, he also gave me this fine point reach marker made by Dixon. Now you can get these at Menards in the Midwest here, and they are very similar to these pens that everybody asks about these, and they're just great. Both brands, they're really great, so get yourself some of those. Also, he sent me several stickers and the business cards, and you saw me wearing it earlier on, a cap. Can't thank you enough, Steve. He also wrote me a nice letter, and he's got great handwriting. I'm kind of jealous. And there's the inventory of what he sent me. Good luck with your channel, Steve. Well, that concludes this short little video on the UNIMAT lathe accessories. I hope you enjoyed it. Please continue to watch my videos. There'll be a lot more videos on the UNIMAT lathe as we go along. Go back and check out those videos on the Charles Manson lathe, the real miniature lathe. I think you'll enjoy those if you haven't seen that already. And keep watching. See you next time. This is Mr. Pete saying so long for now.